Hello, I'm Little Skeleton Lizard. On November 14th, 2021, I wrote myself a letter to the future. And I wrote it in honor of Unus Annus. In EST, which is the time zone I'm in, it ended at 3 in the morning on November 14th, 2020. However, for the last video, the last stream they ever did started November 13th, 2020. Today, on November 13th, I am going to read the letter that I wrote just under a year ago. And I know I said I would read it exactly a year from then, but I feel like today is the day to do it, since I've been waiting long enough. Dearest My Name, today is November 14th, 2021. It's been 1 year since Unus Annus has ended, and a year since you decided to start the challenge. How are you keeping up? Currently, you are online in grade 11. You passed your math and bio with 70 and 75 respectively, and have completed all but one of the things on your bucket list, including your podcast. How's that going? Well, first of all, let's update this. Let's just do quick updates. I'm currently in grade 12 online instead. So that proves it's been like a year. It's been 2 years since Unus Annus did its final stream. So as of tomorrow, the 14th, at 3 a.m., it will officially have been 2 years since it has ended. You ended up finishing the year very strong. Your drama and your art, or not drama and art, drama and Comtech were absolutely phenomenal. 95 and 97. I think you might have passed. As for the podcast, we had to cancel it. Not that I wanted to, I really wish I didn't, but I had to move the platform, so if I ever want to make another episode, it'll be on YouTube because it is off of Spotify because I couldn't afford it anymore. Anyways. One important thing that I remember from this year was your 5-year anniversary. Did you ever think you'd make it that far? Who knew that one stupid Minecraft video would turn into this huge thing? Well, as of now, it's been 6 years and a few months. So, I mean, who knew? One freaking Minecraft video as Blicky Gamer turned into nearly 1,000 videos. Nearly 1,000 videos! We are so close to 1,000 videos. I'm so excited to upload these 1,000 videos. I'm hoping I can make it special for you guys. Did I write in the back? I did. Okay. Last year, 2020, around this time, you wrote a similar letter to this one. You talked about the letter from March and how much you were struggling. I doubt that you in March/May of 2020 saw the rainbow after the storm. Right now, you can clearly see the rainbow, and with each new day, it shines brighter and brighter. That one, yeah. That letter from that year was very, very rough. But, yeah. I'm going to assume you made another bucket list this year. I didn't. I forgot to. But still. I sure hope you did. Did you complete it? Are you close? Can't wait to see what outcome of this all once this year is over. So I didn't make a new bucket list. I wasn't able to. didn't have the chance to. So I just ended up just kind of going, hey, I have one goal, get through school with 90 average, work on my art, work on my animation, and just go with it. And I've been, well, you could clearly see I've been working on it. I've even started some planning for a very special project. This is a little sneak peek for you guys, because I thought that would be cool. Anyways, let's continue reading. Oh my gosh, there's more. There's 2 more pages. Okay. You got a ton of awesome friends and opportunities right now, especially online. You still tight with your Hell High Dorm 1 buddies? Kind of. I still talk to them on and off. I don't talk to them like every single day anymore, but you know. What about Autumn Gale? Sorry about that. What about Autumn Gale? I am still very close with Autumn Gale. Now, obviously, Autumn Gale's real name is on here, but yes, I'm still very close with Autumn Gale. Even closer than we were at this point. Simple Communista? Yes, I am still pretty close with them. Maybe even Random. Of course I am. I'm still celebrating the friend anniversary. And yeah. I hope so. Because them, alongside others, really care about you. And some even have special messages. So Autumn says, hi, hope we're still friends and that we still write stories together. I think we might. I think we might. Just maybe. Maybe. Yoshi says, hello / hi. And as the days go on, more may be on the way. I guess I got a ton of questions for you. Did you get either series pilot posted? No, I didn't. I'm working on it. Working on at least one of them, and now I have another special project. I have a lot of projects in the work, but I wanted to get the first pilot posted. I didn't get the chance. I didn't finish it quite yet. We're working on it. Did you complete all the animations that rotted in your brain where it felt like eons by this point? So many ideas, so little time, am I right? Yes, very true. I did not complete all of them. I was lucky I saved a handful of the animations from when the whole deletion incident happened, but yeah, a lot of them I didn't end up finishing yet. They're still in the works. Even the big long animation, I guess the big Undertale one, it's been in the works for almost like 2. It would have been like 2 summers ago now. So it's been a while since I started the idea. You've probably come up with 5 more just by sitting here. Not sitting here, but while I was waiting for midnight to come, I did come up with a really good idea. So, I mean, you're not wrong. And if that's the case, are you okay? Do you need to sit for a moment? Just take a bit of a breather, mate. Seriously, LOL. I've taken many breathers, Jesby. Super random question. What color's your hair? Right now, it's all sorts of blues and purples. It's a vibe, really. It was blue washed out. It is now, like, almost my natural color. We're gonna dye it blue again soon, though, hopefully. I'm assume you kept your job. I sure hope you did. It would suck if stuff fell through there. I'm currently in my work shirt. What do you think? Yeah, I've kept my job. It's now been 2 years since I started working. Oh my god. Remember Joga? Fabulous person, really. Extraordinarily ridiculous. Love them to bits, lol. Yeah. That year, in September, we started the trend of Joga, which is my name, Lola, of course, mixed with Johnny. And we made this unholy abomination that was the character of Joga. And it ended up representing when me and Johnny would play together. And yeah. As per usual, I have a really cheesy send-off. With your final school year upon you, I'd just like to say that I am proud to have been a part of your amazing second chapter of life. Through the ups and downs, lefts and rights, everything just kind of worked out. Do you remember the child you from 6th grade? The 2020 lockdown? Do you recognize yourself? I sure don't. And I'm ready to be amazed to be among the years you'll remember for a while. Okay? Don't forget to look back on every setback and laugh. Live every day like you might not get the next. Not in fear, you Dorcas. Just to the fullest. If one thing is for certain, I know you want to prove to yourself you can do it. You can make the jump, go the distance. You can look back on everything that hurt you and say, I win. And you can laugh in the face of defeat. You've conquered the seemingly impossible. Let's see if it truly is the impossible, shall we? Upon you reading your previous letter, allow me to remind you that we're coming out on the other side of COVID together, laughing as it cries in defeat. And you are ready to face this next year head on. See you on the other side. Memento mori. What is there to say? With what has happened over the past year, with summer camp being canceled a few times, and so many things getting squashed by COVID after I wrote that, and me getting COVID eventually, it's like, it's been rough, but I'm glad I came out on the other side, I guess. There is a couple more things I wanted to read today. I'm going to read my letter, like the letter that I wrote before this, which it was from October 2020, which I used as the announcement that I was going to be recording this video, because I thought it was the future letter. Turns out it was not. But that is okay. We're still going to read it because I always read it. Every time I read one of my future letters, I always read this one. I don't normally go back and reread the old one because the old one, it's hard. But this one, like the old one, is just, it's hard to read. It's very hard to read. But these ones I love reading because it pushes me that extra distance. So this is that second one. And then there's one more message I gotta go grab. Dear future me, how are you today? That used to be a question you didn't want to be asked. Or there used to be a question you didn't want to be asked, as okay was your auto response. Currently, as you are writing, you are are good and okay are normally how your days go. The first letter you wrote to yourself in 2020, you were in a terrible place, even thinking of bad thing. That was when COVID-19 had practically tore your life to pieces, with the old version of online education and led you to feeling stupid. But now it's everything but that. Now the new online curriculum used D2L, a site literally everyone could figure out. It's about as good as Google Classroom. Your classes, of which you most likely will remember for ages to come, of science and French were absolutely amazing. You've been achieving your goal of all grades above 80 in French and all above 70 in science. Your classmates in science will most likely keep in contact for ages to come. That just makes me sad because a lot of us lost contact, but we still try and keep in touch. Seeing how your conversations have gone from video games to homemade explosions and flamethrowers, you've been wanting to draw us something about that for ages. So, here you go. I love that drawing. I love it so much. In the section of health, it's not the best. You're back up to 177 pounds with a BMI of 30.84, almost obese. You have a blood test next week, but you suspect it will come out back fine. We have to get me more active, as he wants me down at least 10 pounds. First of all, I don't answer to him anymore, but also I did end up getting that 10 pounds off, 10 pounds of fat, and I gained muscle over the summer and as well as just in general. We're going to bring the Wii inside so I can do Just Dance every day. Walking to work will also help with the lack of physical activity. Yeah, you got a job a few weeks back. If you don't remember, you're working hard on piano, but have already had to cancel a few times due to unexpected work, as well as you've missed only 1 week of cadets. You've been drawing a lot, duh, and when comparing your first doodle on your old letter, absolutely have gotten better. Practice makes better, I guess. Another thing you've gotten I can't pronounce the word apparently. Immensely? I don't know how you pronounce it. I can't think of it. Like, I know what the word is, just I don't know how to pronounce it with the braces. Better at was animation and patience. You've officially gotten the scene where the animatronics are, although you were reanimating the first scene and replacing the intro scene with a full-fledged intro. That's been changed since. This was before the tablet. The patience aspect could be due to changing your meds, or your meds, to the ones I'm on, like Parent, putting me back down to 1 dose a day. Thank God. You've also released quite a few amazing videos to do with its milestones. 4 years on YouTube has come and gone. You've beaten Undertale True Pacifist, obviously after Pacifist and Neutral. A whole 3.5 months of consistent uploads, and now you're into Spooktober of 2020. Now we're way past that. Now, knowing yourself, you know how easily you become obsessed with games and shows, and the most recent game/fandom you've entered is Portal and Portal 2, making a full-on AU, as you always do, and began an animation for it. An amazing thing besides that, jumping back to the online school aspect of 2020, 100% on your final Les Mis project. Like, what? I believe this is one of your first 100% on anything. But wait, there's more. Your final grade in art was 91%. That's back in 2020. You taught Autumn Gale how to draw people, and now she's at 92 herself. Geo and Science were both 75, with French Immersion being at 78. I am so proud of you, my name. By the time you read this, it's most likely 2021. Actually, it's 2022. And now you really have made it through the pandemic. Books released on Wattpad, videos to YouTube, hopefully still working. And as I said before, alive and laughing. You saved your old letter that you read, or that you said in your old letter that you'd read that old letter and say, you know what, I was right. And you were. You survived the pandemic. You got through online school, part 1, and you are laughing in the face of COVID. Not anymore. But I am laughing in the face of COVID because I'm done with it. I'm hopefully never going to have it again. Of the teachers who wronged you in grade 9, the teacher who wronged you in grade 9, the teachers who wronged you in your whole school life, you are you, acting as yourself, and coming out of 2020 like a firework. On New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's your name. You've earned it. Love you dearly. My full name. October 17th, 2020. P.S. Please don't forget about your Reddit comic and Minecraft comic. Oh wow. 87 subscribers, 112 followers on Instagram, Lowland Dreamer, and 102 followers on Prototype 1987. I think we're a little bit past that. Just a little bit. A little wee tiny bit. And now there's just one more that I'm gonna go grab now. As a letter to a future me, because most of my entries are written as, like, future me will see it. And I wrote this back in this year, May. So May 2022. May 3rd. Dear Diary, it's been quite a while since I've written in here, eh? Almost 2 years ago. There are quite a few things that I wish I had written in here, like how well online school went in 2021 and 2022. But I talked about 2021 in my second future letter, and talking about all of this school year would be insane. I found the literacy test rather easy. I'm sure I passed it. I did. They scared me thinking I didn't, but I totally did. I've had nothing but good teachers and some repeat teachers of years past. And the same goes for this year. I had a teacher that I lost. I was supposed to have him for English last year, and then we switched out classes, and now I have him for class this year. I've maintained an 80 average and plan to continue on said path till graduation. I've also officially decided that I am going to graduate, or I'm graduating online. And all I need to do is collect my volunteer hours, and I will be all good. I'm actually really close to completing my volunteer hours. But besides that, I say I'm graduating online really just means I'm going through this year online and I'm graduating in person. I still get to graduate with my in-person school, which is pretty cool. But that's not the best part. I have officially found the school I want to go to. It's an art university in Toronto with an animation course. It's $7,200 a year, plus housing and new tech. You need a 70 average, and I think I've got that one in the bag. I've officially bought my first piece of furniture of my own. I've just got to hand it to you, the future me, reading this. I'm very proud of you. Sure, your room needs a little work, but you've got a few years to fix that. You've taken a step that many people your age are terrified to take. You've found your path, and now are working for its success. Keep it up, superstar. You're going places. I forgot to mention a few things. One, you found out you were not straight. It's last June. 2, you got a drawing and animation tablet. Now I have a new one. I have a Wacom now. 3, about 2 years ago, you were very upset, thinking you couldn't become an animator. Look at you now. There's an entry in here that I'm not going to read because it's it's kind of sad, and it has a lot, it just kind of tells you, you know, what I did that day. So it's not really important. But I was quite upset because I realized that, like, my first thought was I'm not going to be able to become an animator when I'm older. And I was like, it's not going to pay good, it's not worth it, yeah. But, well, I have a feeling that might have changed. Seeing how I'm actually planning on going to school for animation. So, thank you for watching this video. I know you're gonna, like, everyone's gonna be like, oh my god, you're a day early. Technically. In most places, November 13th was the day it ended. November 14th is the day that it ended like, at 3 in the morning in my country. It's the day that the stream officially ended. It was over at 3 in the morning in my province. But the stream started on November 13th at, like, 3 something in the afternoon. But, yeah. I do really want to thank you guys. Because this whole journey of this past year has just been remarkable. And to think that a year ago I was writing that letter sitting at that desk over there. I was sitting there with my laptop running just after finishing a stream and posting it to YouTube. It's one of my favorite streams that I've done because it makes me vulnerable, which is, it makes me human. It's not that I'm vulnerable, it's that I'm human, which is, it's a good thing to be human. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna hydrate myself. I'm also gonna write myself another future letter. And that future letter will be for my 18th birthday instead of for the end of the year. So, you won't see me reading a letter until my 18th birthday, but memento mori when it's honest. Thank you for watching. Peace out, my guys. Oh yeah, write a future letter if you want to, or if you wrote one last year with me, read it. Let me know how you feel.